This can be too hard for some to describe, too elegant for some cliché, too sizable not to consider all reason, and simply too rare to rely on hope.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight?
It's here that hockey's novel is written. Chapters of raw emotion that cover all possible genres.
Stanley Cup champions!
Moments that encircle this game's history. A tapestry of mere mortals whose names became immortal.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Two remain on the tilt of greatness. One aims to leave behind a pile of broken mirrors. The other carries the burden of tradition.
There's a new bunch on the block.
Of a country. And the expectation to not only be great, but better.
McWow! Off the stick of Connor McDavid!
But I know the reason why you keep your silence up. Look, you believe the hurt doesn't show, but the pain's to the rose. So strangers to you and me.
Trophy to win is the most beautiful trophy, the Stanley Cup.
They can feel it coming. History is in the air. It's the Stanley Cup Final, next on Sportsnet.
Where Stanley Cup dreams come true.
ABC is home to the Stanley Cup Final.
I hate talking about last year. It didn't end the way we wanted it to. There's some great memories, but we got to create some new memories this year.
The Florida Panthers repeat as Eastern Conference champions.
Last year, I just remember going on and telling everybody, we'll be back, we'll be back. Well, we're back.
After a 2-9-1 start.
He's the runway long enough to get back to the team that everybody thought they could be this year, which was Stanley Cup Final contention.
In the modern age, it's an occurrence of some rarity. Such chances should not be squandered.
When you're young, you think it's going to happen every year, and all of a sudden, it doesn't.
We don't want to just be happy with being here. Act this out as if it's your last chance.
It's so hard to get there. You got to take advantage because you never know. You might never come back.
It's not about 1-2 players. You need all guys working together, and things need to fall into place for it to happen.
Enjoy the moment. You just have to stay in the moment.
It's one of those moments.
We may not get here again.
Tremendous number of adversities, and you know how difficult it is to win the Stanley Cup.
That's what you play for, and when you get there, you want to do anything to win it.
Money can't buy you the Stanley Cup. The most talented team very rarely wins the Stanley Cup. You can overcome talent with effort. It's a battle of attrition. It's 2 months, the toughest, bravest, strongest come to the top.
This is the hardest damn trophy in the world to win.
Their experience, they're a better team than they were last year, so well coached, their players are hungry.
This is an opportunity for this group to make their own history and get a whole new group of young fans appreciating how hard it is to win a Stanley Cup.
Every game becomes more difficult, trying to win 16 games to win the Stanley Cup.
I'm willing to go through it all again to get a Stanley Cup.
Everybody's buying in.
It takes a lot of buy-in, a lot of hard work. It's such a grind. We're here now.
We've been waiting all year for this moment to do what we didn't do last year.
Two monsters colliding, and it is going to be a battle.
It's taken Connor McDavid 9 years to get to his first Stanley Cup final.
Feels like a dream, honestly.
These fans are some of the most passionate in the league.
Wait, you're going to see the most beautiful piece of silver. The Holy Grail is coming out, folks. It's the greatest trophy in professional sport.
Stanley Cup!
This is the ultimate. You never want to choke until you won this, and I don't know how to describe it.
Can you talk about being Canada's team, everyone there coast to coast cheering for the Oilers? Any additional pressure with that?
Yeah, well, there's a million fans back in Vancouver. Do you have anything to say to them?
Sure, I'm disappointed.
The Edmonton Oilers, what a ride. Nobody gave them a chance.
The Anaheim Ducks are the Stanley Cup champions. And it's heartbreak at the other end. Tough to describe that feeling.
Obviously, we're a Canadian team. We got great Canadian fans, and it feels good to unite the country a little bit. You know, that's what sports is all about, is bringing people together, and hopefully we're doing that for Canadians across the country.
The Stanley Cup final is officially set. Oilers, Panthers.
It's going to be a real exciting series.
It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall. We'll never sacrifice their will. Against all the odds, against all your pain, your back's on the wall, with no one to blame. All hearts won't be tamed, and it's and
domination here in Boston by the Florida Panthers.
Forsling with 1:33 left. Barkov scores! Sam Reinhart wins it for Florida.
Panthers Oilers to the Stanley Cup Finals.
This is the time of your life. The National Hockey League on Sportsnet presents the Stanley Cup Final.
Sunrise, Florida, 2024 Stanley Cup.
This is Hockey Night in Canada on Sportsnet.
You want action? We've got action for you here tonight.
He's got a step. He's in. Scores!
Absolutely amazing.
Thank you to Audio Slave. I've been watching while you've been coughing. Nauseous. That's Stanley Cup fever. It has spread once again through the Sunshine State. The road to the Stanley Cup is filled with Canada too. The Edmonton Oilers contingent strong once again. As you said, Jen, the other night, beautiful to hear them all during O Canada singing right along. 5 straight times the road to Stanley's come through Tampa or Sunrise. Panthers have been great the last couple of years. Also, the Everblades won the ECHL crown across the state. So tremendous atmosphere for game number 2, Edmonton and Florida. The Stanley Cup playoffs on Hockey Night in Canada presents the final, presented by Rogers. Good evening inside Amerant Bank Arena. They've got through the rain. It's nice again outside. Great turnout for the game. Jennifer, Kevin, and Kelly. And we'll get right to Kyle Bukauskas for a scene set. Kyle.
Okay, Ron, Connor McDavid said this morning that everybody understands where we are at. That unshakable belief has been a catalyst behind a lot of what the Oilers have succeeded just to get to this point. George Mumford has had a huge hand in that. The mindful performance whisperer He has worked with some of the biggest names in the sport, from Jordan to Kobe. Has written a couple of books on his expertise as well. Jeff Jackson brought him in earlier this season. He's been with the Oilers all playoffs long. He told Gene Principe today that for an athlete, it comes down to, can you be in the moment and can you express yourself honestly? And maybe, can you channel a little Wayne Gretzky as well?
I don't do it because it's a challenge. I don't go out there and say, well, I'm tired, I got to do this or that. I go out there because I say, I want that puck. Yeah. And you guys get your own puck.
And Gretzky had another great line earlier in the playoffs about going from Bob Hope to no hope. Well, the hope is high here in Florida thanks to Bob. Bobrovsky sending his love, blowing a kiss to his family after wins here in this building. The crowd's been giving it right back to him, as they're doing here right now inside the building. And I'll send my love to the panel as we hand it back to you, Ron.
Yeah, that looks like the duck call. Remember Glenn Anderson and the duck call in Boys in the Bus? Anyway, fantastic. Changes on the blue line, Kev, to you.
Yeah, I think we expected maybe one or two minor changes, and Desharnais is going to go in and replace Ceci, and you're not really changing a whole lot in terms of the righty versus lefty. Desharnais is a righty. He plays big minutes on the penalty kill. He'll just slot in and basically take Ceci's ice, so it won't disrupt a whole lot. The other two pairs will stay the same, and then we don't know what's going up on forward. We think there's going to be probably a little bit of change there as well.
Well, one thing that will remain consistent is certainly the play of Connor McDavid, and generate a lot of offensive chances in game one. But if you look at the matchup that the Panthers are trying to establish, it's Barkov against McDavid. But if you look at even strength, look at the edge that the Oilers did have in shot attempts, shots on net, and even scoring chances. But in the end, I feel like it was Barkov's line that was on for 2 goals for the Panthers. So you see his defensive game. I mean, Gretzky said, right, probably the best two-way player he has seen in decades. And you look at how tight and close his coverage is, whether it's the stick checks, whether it's physically, whether it's making the reads to make sure that he's trying to take away some of the time and space from the Oilers' best players. But this is where it's sometimes tough in terms of the matchup, because he's so good defensively, but often joining the rush and creating very intelligent plays offensively as well. Instrumental on this nice assist on the first goal in game one. So for McDavid, building on the speed, but making sure he can get the edge on this matchup that will likely happen often. Forsling was also on the ice against him quite often.
And they have to figure out Bobrovsky. And I know, Kev, you love when I bring it up that you have to raise the puck on him. You need to elevate. And so let's take a look where the goals have been scored on Bobrovsky in the playoffs. 31 up top, only 7 down below. So that tells you, don't shoot low on this guy. He's too darn good. But where did the shots from the Oilers come in game one? Well, unfortunately for them, they only had 6 up top and 29 down below. But one player got the message. Zach Hyman, this was in the first shift. 30 seconds into it, there's a turnover by Bobrovsky. Watch Hyman, goes up high, it hits Bobrovsky in the mask. Another opportunity by Hyman. It's on the backhand and still has the ability to elevate. Unfortunately, just a little bit too much. And then there's a mad scramble here. He's still trying to get it. Unfortunately, when you're in a scramble like that, you're just trying to find the puck, and you're not even thinking of elevating. It's hard to do anyways.
I was talking, sorry, Kel, I was talking with Sean Dorton that just walked by before we went on, and I said, 5 years ago, this building was nowhere even near what it is now. Like, it is amazing, the atmosphere and how loud it is now. As they come out right now, it's rocking in here, isn't it?
To David and Elliot.
All right, it is rocking in here, but absolutely no panic, as Kyle alluded to, from the Oilers. Familiar ground for them as they trail for the 3rd straight series. We knew there'd be some changes. Kevin alluded to the one up front. What about out the back? What about the forward group?
They have made one change up front. Sam Carrick is in. Corey Perry's out. They've moved some people around. Evander Kane moves down with McLeod and Fogle. Adam Henrique is on the wing with Draisaitl and Holloway. There was one change, though, another one. Connor McDavid's tie. The suit was 3-0 before it lost game one, so you don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Still a good record, but a new tie is the change for McDavid tonight. Can't lose 2 in a row, though.
Right. Ronnie might have only packed one jacket, hoping to take both games here in Florida, but we'll see what happens with the suit change fully.
My wife, Carrie, took out her Dancing with the Stars dress and hung it up for the big game tonight, too. So a few years ago, I went into the Bell Center, Montreal. There's 100 fans outside the players' entrance. I said, who's the nicest guy on the Canadians? They said, Saku Koivu. Now, Wayne was right with the comparison to Brian Trottier, but when I think of Sasha Barkov, a captain, a great two-way player, a great Finn, here he is with Elliot Friedman.
Congratulations on being back.
Thank you.
I love that that bit at the bench with Maurice telling you not to pick up the trophy this year. That was great stuff.
He just wanted to make sure.
Because last year you didn't listen to him. You're like the most relaxed guy in the playoffs, so it's got to be pretty.
No, I'm wired like you cannot believe.
Ekholm, I know you hate him because he's a Swede and you're a Finn.
I don't know what to think about that. Like, I know I'm trying to be nice.
Let's go back a calendar year. How much different do you feel now?
Every single series, pretty much like everything new, and took the experience and continue with it. Like, just kept working. Here we are now again.
You've had an unbelievable playoff, playing against Kucherov in the first round, Pasternak in the second round, and in the third round against Panarin. They scored 1 goal against you, those 3 guys. Is this the best stretch you've ever had?
It's the most fun stretch that I ever had, for sure. I know, like, if last game was good, I'm trying to replicate that, trying to be as good, if not better. I don't follow, like, statistics or any kind of stuff like that. Maybe when I was younger, I was all over them, like, trying to see, like, what's going on. But now I'm more, like, focused because I know myself really well.
The only real tough question I have for you, Alec, is that, like, you know that the big criticism about you was that you were too nice to win. You're like one of the nicest people in the league.
I don't know what to think about that. Like, I know I'm trying to be nice, but you can't be nice on the ice. You have to defend yourself. You have to defend your teammates. You have to play hard. And for sure, like, Paul helped me a lot with that.
Barkov, he's a nice guy, but you got to be mean to win. How did you draw the meanness on the ice out of him?
You can be nice and competitive at the same time. All Barkov was doing was the best that he could to help his team win in the style of play that they played. So when we changed the style, he just did.
He's so good, Barkov. He's a big body. He protects the puck well. He's a one-man wrecking crew.
When did you stop looking at statistics?
I don't remember exact the date, but I think last year it helped a lot because I realized that we went from high offensive team to playing like defense first style of game. And then you kind of like realize, okay, we're playing a lot more defense and we're winning more games and we're winning a series, and I would rather take that than just like...
Good numbers.
Yeah, pretty much.
When McDavid starts to turn and starts to get that speed, what are you thinking?
Just have to do the same thing. If you don't anticipate that, if you get caught off guard, he's gonna probably blow by you.
Do you visualize the cup? Like, you get it first. Do you visualize that moment?
I've done it a million times in my life. That's the ultimate goal, and that's what why we're here for, and that's why we work every single day as hard as possible.
Starting lineups are out. It'll be Alexander Barkov against Connor McDavid once again tonight. Some final thoughts here, Jennifer.
Well, the Oilers learned this year how to respond in various situations. And if they were shut out in this regular season, in the games that followed, the Oilers averaged over 6 goals per game. They need to work first here in Game 2 and be composed to finish every shot, every stick check, and every situation.
Okay, Stuart Skinner gave up 2 goals. Neither of them were bad. He's not the reason why the Oilers lost. But he did give up a goal in the first shot of the game again. That's the 11th time, which includes a regular season and playoffs. That's got to stop so the Oilers have a chance to win tonight.
Every Game 2 in a series is the same. One team's up a game, one team's down a game. For Florida Panthers, you got to get greedy. You want to get greedy, you want to get the second one and have a stranglehold on the series. If you're the Edmonton Oilers, you got to get desperate. You need this game. You're about to get a huge boost going home for Game 3 to Canada with the whole country behind you. You'd like the series to be even going home and getting that boost.
Chris Cuthbert, Craig Simpson, next to the Roger Nielsen press box. Kyle Bukoska shortly. It's Game 2. Enjoy.
talk about Connor McDavid's suit and tie game days. I don't think we're talking enough, though, about the game day fit of Oilers superfan Dale Style. So I got to ask, you know, McDavid, he's got a lot of weight on his shoulders. He's got nothing on you, though, with all the chains you've got on. What inspires your fit?
Absolutely, buddy. WWE's wrestling superstars, baby. Let's go, baby. Woo!
You have been well-traveled these playoffs. How many games and cities have you been to?
So we've been to LA, knocked them down. Been to Vancouver, knocked them down. Been to Dallas. They keep waving these white flags. I don't know why. He's got another one for the collection. Let's go.
What are you feeling about your team tonight?
5-1, Oilers victory, baby. Getting a split, coming back to oil country. Let's go, baby. Woo!
All right, they love it back in Edmonton, Dale. Congratulations on everything you got going on. Thank you for the time.
Awesome, buddy. Appreciate that. Thanks, Kyle. Let's go, Oilers, baby. Woo!
Dale Style, game 2, and game faces on.
Please turn your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us, 99-year-old World War II veteran, Corporal Sam Barcia, United States Army. Thank you for your service and dedication to our country. Tonight's national anthems are signed by Florida resident and deaf performer with PXP, Kathy Oshrain. Please rise and remove your caps for the Sing of O Canada, performed tonight by Hannah Walpole.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for
Please remain standing for the presentation of our nation's colors by the United States Navy Honor Guard. Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, fresh off the release of her single Wicked Game, please welcome Season 23 winner of The Voice, Gina Miles.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rocking, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
one wasn't the only big win here in South Florida. On Saturday, the Florida Everblades capturing their third consecutive Kelly Cup championship. So another championship for the Maurice family. Jake Maurice, Paul's son, part of the broadcast team with the Everblades. So great to have you here tonight. So Jake, why don't you set the table for us?
Well, I mean, as you said, there's a little bit of history in Florida Saturday night alongside a really fun win for the Panthers. But Game 2 is always so much fun, right? Because you get the best from both teams. The Panthers making adjustments, and the Oilers, they played excellent on Saturday, and they're going to be even better tonight. Makes for about as fun a game as you can get, and it's always a lot of fun when you have Chris Cuthbert and Craig Simpson up on the call tonight.
Thank you, Jake. Congratulations. The Everblades got a split on the road and then went on to win in 5. And that's the formula for success the Oilers would like to replicate, starting with tonight's Game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at the focus again. Connor McDavid almost amazed of keeping that water on his shield. It's the Barkov-McDavid matchup yet again, part 2.
Because who's going to get past Bob? Like, that's the real question.
Guys, he nailed the final score.
Dude, facts. I hear nothing but facts. Hot facts, too.
Now, listen, right. Don't get any ideas and start taking your shirt off like that young kid.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's got the guns. I saw him sculpting his guns on Instagram. If he's watching, I saw that.
All right, I'll give you a chance. Who wins tonight? Give me your prediction.
The Florida Panthers, it's got to be your game. You got to take care of home ice in this series because going to Edmonton, it's going to be a tough building to win in. The energy of the city, the energy of the crowd, we've seen it all playoff long. They got to be ready to go tonight. They must win for Florida.
You got the Oilers winning 7-0? No, I don't. But I got them winning in 7 games there. But they got to win at home. It's going to be a tough game for them again tonight. They got to win one in this building. I'm not sure if it's tonight. My prediction is Bob gives up at least one goal. At least one goal here tonight. Florida Panthers are settling in, excited to host these first couple games of the Stanley Cup Final with Miami's own DJ Khaled outside.
DJ Khaled, put your hands up like this. This we the best. Let's go. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
I started in a guarded place. I was young, full of faith.
You guys definitely deserve to be here. You came out right. Do it again.
They score! Another stop by Bobrovsky.
This group will stick with it, bounce back.
Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers hoping to bounce back in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final inside Amerant Bank Arena in Sunrise, Florida. The Oilers shut out here in Game 1 2 nights ago. 3-0. They'll have to contend with a boisterous sellout crowd and with the smothering team defense of these Florida Panthers tonight in Game 2. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Sean McDonough, happy to be among the fans inside lively Amerant Bank Arena. Delighted to have you with us, joined at ice level by Ray Ferraro. And Ray, the narrative from Game 1, Edmonton carried the play for a lot of the night, most of the first 2 periods, certainly. And as we expected coming in, almost every time Connor McDavid was on the ice, Alexander Barkov was not far behind.
Well, if McDavid thinks there's going to be a break in Game 2 from Barkov, he's going to be wrong. The Panthers are going to get Barkov out as much as they possibly can, and it's the 200-foot game, defense to offense, that Barkov excels in. In the first period, he gets back defensively on a 3-on-2 rush. Now he leads the Panthers 3-on-2 rush. One of his 2 assists. 50% on the faceoffs, on the penalty kill where they were a perfect 3 for 3 against the Oilers power play. Barkov was a key, and when they're at 5-on-5, over 17 minutes, he saw Barkov for over 10 of those minutes. Where McDavid goes, the Panthers are going to do their best to get their captain, Sasha Barkov, on his tail.
And McDavid and the Oilers had good chances. McDavid had 6 shots on goal. It was an edge, 32-18 in shots collectively for Edmonton, but they couldn't get anything behind Sergei Bobrovsky. So what's their approach against Bob tonight?
Well, let's take a look back at the scouting report, look at the scoring chances you have, and realize in the Panthers, likely their worst game of the last 2 rounds, Bobrovsky played his best game. If you're going to beat Bobrovsky, as the scouting report shows you, you're going to beat him up over his shoulders, close to his ears, where he can't get his hands, his blocker and his glove hand on it. 24 times beaten up over the shoulders in this playoff. If you look at the chances the Oilers had, their best, McDavid in the first period, Bobrovsky shuts him down. 2 breakaways, Adam Henrique and Nugent Hopkins, they both try to go around the left leg of Bobrovsky. Too quick. He seals the bottom of the ice as well as anybody in the National Hockey League. He's acrobatic, he's quick, and he's positional. If the Oilers are going to score, the puck's got to go upstairs. A lot easier to read than it is to execute.
We're moments away from Game 2. Perhaps a must-win for Edmonton. Teams that go ahead 2 games to none in the Cup final win the series 91% of the time. Who will be the star tonight? Game 1 was all about Bob.
He's just been unreal. Like everything you want in a teammate, especially a goalie.
Stopped by Bobrovsky.
Really does a great job of taking away the lower part of the net.
Bobrovsky is dynamite down low.
Bob was absolutely massive for them.
Bobrovsky's going to pitch a shutout.
In the environment of the Stanley Cup Finals, that was an elite game.
Doug, me, hi, act, boost, skinny in the front.
Connor McDavid and the Oilers getting ready for Game 2 of this Stanley Cup final, featuring his Oiler team trying to bring the cup back to Canada for the first time in 31 years against the Panthers squad in search of its first cup in franchise history after they lost in the final a year ago.
We've done it before getting here, and now it's just time to finish the job.
It's redemption time, baby. Let's go.
The whole country is behind the Oilers. Canada loves hockey, and I think they'd be excited to see a Canadian team win. This is our year, guaranteed.
Nuggies, table, line. Take advantage of it, enjoy the moment.
You gotta hit, you gotta play aggressive.
When we're hitting, we're winning. Let's run them early. Let's go, baby.
We're coming for you. We brought it hot the first game, and we're going to finish this off strong.
We've had to fight through a lot of adversity. Being down, backs against the wall.
Don't stop. This team can't stop.
You have every Canadian behind your backs.
We're Panthers. We roar. Let's go, boys. We got this. We believe in you.
Save Bobrovsky! Save Bobrovsky! Now chanting Bobby, Bobby.
And the Panthers, behind brilliance of Sergei Bobrovsky, win Game 1.
I'm just excited for the moment, what's ahead of us.
The team is just resilient. I love the way the guys stick together. You know, we're all pulling on the same rope.
You're watching the Stanley Cup Final on ABC, presented by Geico. From Amerant Bank Arena, big building, standing room only crowd will have just under 20,000 in-house tonight. And the Florida Panthers. Teams are on the ice. The starting lineups are being introduced, and Sergei Bobrovsky just introduced to the biggest cheer of the night so far after his standout performance in Game 1, his second shutout of these playoffs. Now to public address announcer Andrew Imber.
Please turn your attention to the ice and welcome tonight's hero among us, 99-year-old World War II veteran, Corporal Sam Barcia, United States Army. Thank you for your service and dedication to our country. Tonight's national anthems are signed by Florida resident and deaf performer with PXP, Kathy Oshrain. Please rise and remove your caps for the singing of O Canada, performed tonight by Hannah Walpole.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see the from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our lands glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for
Please remain standing for the presentation of our nation's colors by the United States Navy Honor Guard. Here to perform the Star-Spangled Banner, fresh off the release of her single Wicked Game, please welcome season 23 winner of The Voice, Gina Miles.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rock out, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Just feels right when we hear both national anthems before a Stanley Cup final game. And the lights come up on game 2. And Alonzo Mourning, Miami Heat legend, will bang the drum to get the proceedings started. Starting goalies are brought to you by Body Armor. And for Edmonton, it's Stuart Skinner again. The Edmonton native, 25 years old, not very busy in game 1. Gave up 2, stopped 15 out of 17 shots. The third goal for Florida was an empty netter. Sergei Bobrovsky, back-to-back game 1 shutouts. He blanked the Rangers in game 1 of the conference final and did it to Edmonton in game 1 of the Stanley Cup final. Chris Rooney and Jean Hebert are the referees. Devin Berg and Ryan Daisy, the linesmen. And game 2 is underway. Top lineup for each team.
No shortage of intensity in game number 1 of this playoff series, and tonight should be no different with game number 2. The officials there at center, and I think we are about to get this one underway. Don't you just love playoff hockey? Listen to this place. Let's get after it. Looking to make something happen in the offensive zone. Takes the feed. Shot! Great reflexes as he comes up with the pad save. Here's a short pass to McDavid. Oh, just a great heads-up play by Verhaeghe. Tries to get the puck to Barkov. He's got a stick. Oh, denies
and get across to make that save.
Florida's got possession of the puck. Picked up along the boards by Verhaeghe. Thunderous collision, and look at the end result. He's on his own bench.
Yeah, and this is tough to handle, whether it's on your opponent's bench or yours. You know why, James? Because you weren't able to stand your ground, and now you're over the boards.
Made that stop. Shot! Scores!
Well, these are the types of goals that are extremely deflating because they are just egregious in nature and can really change the landscape of a game. I mean, the goaltender scrambling and had no chance on that one.
The Oilers land the game's first goal here in the first half of the opening frame.
Oh, yeah, and I really like their game, James. It's not just about getting on the board first, but I like the way they've established a forecheck and they've held possession. I think they've done a real good job. They've had a consistent effort. Now they've got to find a way to finish the back half of this period the same way.
Pokes it away here in the neutral zone. Tries to feed it across. Tries in front. Oh, he comes up with a stop. Moves it around along the half wall. Moves it to Fitzgerald. Oh, tremendous reflexes with the glove by Skinner. Still a lot of time left in the period as we approach the midway mark. The Oilers have taken a 1-0 lead. Nugent-Hopkins wins the faceoff. Moves the puck. The Oilers carry it along the wall. And that's a great heads-up play by Reinhart.
The Panthers have been playing great defensively. Their sticks are in the right position, but they need to make good on them. This game is awfully close.
Good check, frees the puck up. The Oilers gain control of the puck. Oh, he just got thunderstruck.
Well, he did. I mean, closing so quickly. No time and space there, and just crushes him.
What a hit. Puck scooped up by Beck. Lets it fly. Scores! And the scratching and clawing is paid off as we are back to even.
Well, we're back to evens, James. I really like their game. I mean, when you're pushing and you're trying to find a way to get ahead and on top, you have to trust the process. That's exactly what they've done, and they've been rewarded for it. A real great job by the net front player here, looking back, seeing where the eyes of the goaltender are, and moving accordingly. But if you're the goaltender, you got to outbattle the net front player. You got to find a way to bob and weave and to stop that puck.
Past the halfway mark of this period, we are all tied up in this one. The Oilers get a hold of the puck off the draw. Passes over to Perry. Puts it on net. Denied by the goaltender. Picked up along the wall by Ceci. And he takes a shot. Hard save. He's on it tonight. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down.
Hyman's been feeling it, James. You know who else is feeling it? His teammates. They have been the beneficiaries of a great leader on the ice who's just been distributing the puck and generating a ton of offense.
Quick pass to Kulikov. The Panthers have it now. Smart defensive play there. Florida's got the puck against the half wall. Skates to the crease. Stopped by the goaltender. He got a little piece of that one. And it's freed up over to his teammate with a nice kick pass. Lugs the puck into the offensive zone corner. Sends a pass over.
Lutsarainen's made an incredible play right there. I mean, he's stumbling. He looks like he's going to fall almost, but he's off balance, and that's the key. The puck isn't exactly where he wants it, but he still manages to find a way to get a shot off.
He's calling for a shot before it's too late. Skinner's got the puck, and he's going to hang on.
McDavid's known to blow past defenders with speed, which is his real zone ability. Barkov's good at transitioning the play with his joint zone ability. That's when he steals the puck to get on the attack. Those are two players I'm going to watch closely to see if one of them could be a difference maker for their team tonight, guys. Back to you.
And with the buzzer, that puts a bow on the first 20 minutes of play. We've got lots more still to come. Second period action next, right here. Clean sheet of ice, period 2 is set to go. And we are underway, still tied up here in the second. Florida's got it now. An easy stop with the pad by Skinner. And he loses both the puck and his balance after that hit. Scores! The go-ahead goal puts them in front.
And now they're in front, James, so they'll have some energy. You know that their first few strides will be more urgent, but they'll have to be accountable on the other side of the puck as well. What a shot. Top shelf stick side. Real difficult for the goaltender to make this save, but he drops a little bit early, and that just gives a little bit of leeway to the shooter.
The Panthers are up by 1, and this is certainly a team that seems to play with more confidence when they're not chasing the game, Cheryl.
Yeah, it's always better to be when you're in front, James. I mean, you know that you have the lead. You have a little more confidence when the puck's on your stick, but there's a lot of runway left. They have to play with that confidence, but they have to manage the puck as well.
And now it's grabbed by Bouchard. The Oilers play it along the boards. Battle along the wall. The Oilers gain control of the puck against the wall. Nurse has got it in the offensive zone. And that's knocked away by Hyman. Oh, what a stop on the play. Gets all of it with the paddle.
When the puck's in the low slot, the goaltender gets right.
They've got numbers. Oh, what a stop denying that rush. Bobrovsky's got the puck and will hang on for the whistle.
Well, he hasn't been busy, James, but he makes a key save right there. Really important that he keeps his head in focus in the game.
Inching closer to the midway mark of the period. Florida's got a 1-goal lead. Reinhardt's won a big draw on their own end. The Panthers are on the attack. Moves it to the middle. Off the stick, and they can't complete the play. Edmonton's got the puck in the defensive end. Looking for space inside the D zone. Takes the feed at center and moves forward. The Oilers looking against the half wall. Stopped by the goaltender, getting a piece of that one. Up along the wall on the right side and into the attacking area. Oh, he got all of that. What a save by Skinner.
It's amazing to me how he always looks like he's in the right position because he tracks and reads the play so well. And this time he gets in front of the puck that's right in the middle of the ice as the shooter's got a dangerous opportunity.
Past the midway mark of the frame, we've got a 2-1 game. Florida's won it. Now they'll go on the attack. Unloads a shot! And he came up with a solid stop on that play.
Ekman Larsson's return to the lineup certainly gives his team some added boost in offense as he gets a dangerous shot right off the hop.
And he slides it quickly to Luosterainen. The Panthers take it along the wall. Hooked away as he went all in on that one. Long jam in front, that's broken up. Grabbed along the board by Brown. Carrying the puck deep inside his own end. Nice zone entry from the left. On the attack along the boards. Off the wall and right to the stick. Nice play. Keeps possession. Oh, and the stick collapses on the play. That's got to be so frustrating.
Extremely frustrating, James. I know my dad would say they don't make them like they used to, but that is a critical time to have it snap in half.
Came up with the save on that play. Look at this attack here in the O-zone. Florida's got the puck against the boards. Good hit on the play. On the backhand. Scores! And that's his first goal of the postseason ever. And he'll take it.
It's much needed too, James. You get to the playoffs, you want to make sure that your teammates have trust in you and you have trust in yourself because you want to be an impact player. That's a nice start.
Florida's been the dominant team all night, and look at this, a 2-goal lead here late in the second.
Yeah, they've worked hard, and really they've been the dominant team, and what's showing on the scoreboard is exactly the way it should be, and they'll be heading into the intermission, and this is one of the things I didn't like as an athlete. When you were playing well, I didn't want to rest. I wanted to keep going at it.
The Panthers have the puck now. Referee's hand shoots high in the air. Looks like we got a tripping penalty coming up. The Oilers are going to serve 2 for tripping here. Florida's man advantage unit will take to the ice for the first time tonight. Inside the offensive zone. And a huge stop by the goaltender at point-blank range. Oh, wow, another great stop.
They make some consecutive saves there. He's got to be wondering where his defense are. I mean, how about a little help?
Nice feed from the goaltender. Steering feed, and it's blocked. And he hangs on just as time runs out. There's the horn. 40 minutes in the books. We'll get a refresh for both the players, ice. Back with a third period next. Both teams seem fresh after that second intermission. We're ready to drop the puck on period number 3. Florida's won the opening draw, and their power play rolls on. Looking to make something happen along the boards. From the slot, fires away. Scores! On the man advantage, they put one home.
And this is exactly why you spend so much time in practice working on specialty teams, James. You can see that good movement to open up lane, just disrupt the box there, and they're able to cash it in. Well, your specialty team coaches are constantly telling you on a power play that you need to take advantage, and the way that you do that is to take away the eyes of the goaltender. A ton of net front presence here, and that's the reason the seeing eye shot finds its way to the back of the net.
The Panthers probably don't want this game to end the way things have gone here. I know we're in period number 3, but Cheryl, what a night.
Yeah, it's been terrific right from puck drop, and they've been consistent throughout the game, and consistency is always the word that coaches talk about. And if they can finish this off with this nice lead, that's the word the coach is going to be preaching after the game.
Here they come on the attack, and it gets a glove on it to keep it at bay.
Listen, James, the shooter's in the slot. This is as high danger as it can get, and he challenges, he's set, ready to go in great position, and makes the save as a result.
The Panthers have been the busier team offensively, and as a result, they lead it big time here in this third. Barkov's won the faceoff here in the offensive zone. The Oilers take possession in the defensive end. Moves the puck along the half wall. Centering field, and he denies that great opportunity there. And that's intercepted by Montour. They go on the attack from the left side. A chance in front. Oh, and he fans on it. Looks to pass it to Hyman. Florida's got the puck in their own end. With possession along the wall. Moves it quickly over to Ekblad. Takes the puck along the boards. Decides to go to the backhand. Skinner's going to give everyone a chance to breathe and hang on to the puck. The Panthers are in the home stretch of this one here in the third period and lead by a wide margin. Nugent Hopkins has it in their own end. Edmonton's got it along the wall. And the intensity's starting to ramp up here after that hit. And that's knocked away by Reinhart. Grabs the puck here at the blue line. Teed up and turned away on his part. Takes a spill onto the ice and loses the puck. The Panthers pick up the puck here in the neutral zone. Dropped him in the open ice. Oh, this looks dangerous. Steps inside. Here's the shot. Oh, my goodness. There it is. He scores. All over the rebound, and he tops it in.
I don't mind the shot at all, James. I think he had good recognition of where the goaltender was in the net, not sealed to the post, and he just throws it to the net from below the goal line and gets rewarded for it. It's unexpected, but it does the job.
The Oilers haven't had a lot of things go their way tonight, but they finally got a positive here in the third.
They're going to have to outnumber their opponent if they want to claw back from this 2-goal deficit. They're running out of runway. They're going to find a way to get some chances.
Right through center and into the offensive zone. Edmonton's got it in their own zone. Fogel's got it along the wing. And he slides it quickly to Kulak. Turns aside the slap shot. Wow! Slides it over with pace to Lomberg. The Oilers gain possession. Henrique's hauled down. Penalty on the way. And let's see what the call is. Luosterainen's been nabbed for tripping. Man advantage takes to the ice. It's our first opportunity to get a glance at the special teams unit.
Well, first power play of the game, James. You want to start with possession and look to get shots to the net. It is the tone setter.
The Panthers take it across the line. Florida's got the puck along the wall. From point, scores! It's in the back of the net, and it comes from an unlikely source because that's his first career playoff goal.
Well, he's been relentless, James, in this playoffs, and you know what? He's found a way to find the back of the net. That's going to be a huge confidence boost for himself and his teammates.
Florida's been running away with this one since the beginning of the game, and no signs of slowing down in the third.
It's been a productive night, and this is one of those games that gives everyone confidence, and this is important for your lineup as everyone gets it, as they feel like they're contributing.
Played big in a moment there.
Skinner's got to make more stops like that, James. He's got to reset the momentum for his team. I mean, it's not about what happened or the present moment. It's about the next save, and that's the key contributor to reset this team and get them moving forward.
Trying to get something going here with this man advantage as they start from their own end. And we get a whistle as the goaltender decides to hang on to this one. Lorentz and company still shorthanded here as they get ready for the face-off. Florida's won the face-off. Puts it on net. Turns it aside with the glove. We got a whistle as the puck's frozen. Henrique's looking to win this draw on this man advantage here. Lorenz wins the face-off in the offensive zone. Quick feed to Stanley. Good hit to knock the puck loose. The Oilers look to start the transition game.
Luosterainen's almost out of the box.
Stop that one. The Oilers certainly didn't get the result they wanted on that power play, giving up a shorthanded marker.
And that's a tough one for the power play team here, James, giving up a shorty on that one. What matters now is what you do next. Reset, refocus, and attempt to get back in this one.
From the point, looks to make something happen. And he had the answer on that play. Florida's looking to break out. Verhaeghe's going to play it against the half wall. Oh, what a stop on the play.
In the game of hockey, you know that your opponent is told to attack and drive the net and really get in the eyes of the tender. And for the goaltender, it's really important when there's a lot of traffic in front to make sure they have their eyes. So it's out-battling, outworking your opponent for those sight lines. He does an impressive job of making that save.
Along the half wall with the puck. Final seconds of this one, and the home fans certainly appreciate that they got their money's worth tonight. And he sprints to the bench to get the extra attacker out on the ice. Big save just as time runs out. There's the horn, and that's the hockey game. Now up 2-0 in the series. Cheryl, how do you assess the performance so far?
Well, I think it's been excellent. You come into a series, you're going to find ways to get wins, and they've done just that. They've had good habits, they've had good structure. And to be truthful, I mean, the opponent's been chasing the game.
And the fans are getting loud once again to salute their Warriors here, Cheryl.
Oh, yeah, this is a lot of fun. I mean, this is the connection that you see between a fan base and their team, and it's a tradition, right? You come out on the ice, and you want to salute them and say thank you for providing energy throughout the game.
The playoffs are a war of attrition, and we know that they will continue, and we will see you then at the next broadcast. For Cheryl Pounder, I'm James Cebulski. We'll talk to you then.